Okay folks, welcome back to The Long Dark. It's Wintermute. It's video number 2 in our Wintermute playthrough series, and we are here in the cave. And today is the day we're going to head out into the ravine. Now, before we start, I'm going to have to say, I'm very sorry if I am a little bit quiet and a little bit muted this morning. It's 6:30 in the morning, and I don't want to wake everyone else up. So I'm trying not to get too excited, but I am very, very excited for Wintermute. Okay, so, video number 1, we went through the first kind of almost tutorial section of Wintermute, which has brought us this far. If we have a look in our journal, we've gone through the first 4 days of very simple tasks. Your hand is feeling stronger now, so it's time to climb out of the ravine. So that is the plan. So let's go. So there's nothing in here. We haven't done our normal gather everything up and do a full-on sort of survival thing here. So we are now going to make our way out. Before we go though, let's just see if there's anything that we can collect that will be useful, because I think this is the point where we are going to have to start thinking about gathering things and making bases and stuff. So let's pick up. Just make sure we've not missed anything. We've picked up sticks, we've picked up rose hips, we've picked up, I think, pretty much everything. So let's go across the bridge. We still can't loot this backpack. Let's climb out. And we can. Excellent, we're out of the ravine. Okay, let's harvest these rose hips, because I think we're probably going to need them. I think we've got a bit more climbing to do by the looks of things. A bit more rose hip harvesting. Yep, so it's like we're going to be climbing up again. So I assume this is a kind of a new mechanic that we can climb up these small ledges where there's these kind of roots that we can grab hold of. That we previously haven't been able to do, so whether that's just for this section or whether that's going to be something that's going to be across the board. I know I don't normally collect rose hips, but I am collecting them at the moment. Simply because there's no other sources of anything.
Finally made it.
Okay, so we're now out of the ravine. And presumably we're now free to go wherever we want. To a certain degree. Nope, we are still a little bit directed. We can only go this way. Bits of plane. Oh, here is our plane.
Sure hope Astrid's not in there.
Oh.
I see you're still wearing it.
Wearing what?
Your ring. Our ring.
Oh. Yeah. I just forgot to take it off.
I wear mine too.
Why?
Memories, I guess.
I thought you wanted to forget.
Not all of it.
Look. I should have looked for you.
Okay. I've kept busy. I've moved on.
You sure? Because this all seems pretty familiar. You still working with that researcher? Doctor, what's his name?
No. No, I'm not working at the center anymore.
Well, then where?
I'm working on my own. Freelance, you could say.
Freelance doctor? That sounds legit.
I don't question your life choices, Mackenzie. Plenty of things you could be doing besides hanging out in your dad's old plane and drinking in the daytime. time.
Hey, we had a lot of good times at this point. And it's under control.
I know, okay? I'm not here to fight, really.
I think about him all the time, you know?
I know you do.
What I did. The choice I made. I did it for us.
You don't have to. Let's just not.
No. It's important that you hear this. There's things I need to
Mackenzie,
say.
not now. There's...
Just let me tell you.
Will, shut up for a second. Something's wrong.
That is not good.
What's going on?
Power's gone. Whole electrical system looks fried.
Shit! What's happening?
No power means we're going down. Hold tight.
Will?
There must be signs of Astrid around here somewhere.
Well, there we go. So we are now out of the kind of intro sequence. We're getting a bit more of the backstory between Will and Astrid. So there's obviously some history going on there. We are at our crashed plane.
Not sure which of us looks worse.
Is it
How things are supposed to end.
in a bit of a mess? We've known for a while this is the backstory, but this is the actual plane crash. And a lot of people have been asking about that. You know, if we're supposedly stranded in the long dark because of a plane crash, where's the plane? Obviously, it was being saved for Wintermute in the story mode, which made sense, quite honestly. But few people were asking about it, but here it is. So let's do a bit of gathering. I'm literally gathering everything because I don't know what I'm going to find or where I am or anything. So I'm gathering as much as I can carry. Literally want to collect the lot. Although we are looking for signs of Astrid. That appears to be our mission. So search the area around the crash site and beyond. We are looking for Astrid. So cloth and some reclaimed wood. We could break that crate down, but I'm not going to. We have soda. We have some beef jerky. We have some reclaimed wood. I've noticed all the textures have been redone. Everything is different. The matches, the food, everything. There's completely new graphics, completely new textures. Let's have a look down here, see if we can find anything. Okay, that's where we've just climbed up from. So we can't go there. Can't see anything more around here. Also conscious, in my excitement of exploring wreckage, that we are still in the long dark and we are still minus 14 degrees, so we need to get moving. There's a bit of cloth here, which I suspect is probably going to be a bit of our sprinting. Walking through snow with a heavy pack gets tired. Sometimes you just have to run. Escape wildlife, avoid weak ice, or get avoid weak ice by sprinting. Okay, or get to shelter faster by sprinting. Keep in mind, sprinting uses up more calories than walking. Sprint stamina is limited by how restricted your clothing is. Takes a while to recover, so use it wisely. So yeah, we know about that particular bit of thing. Yeah, interesting actually. I haven't really explored this. There's a collectible. There's some general notes, so we can write general notes in there. Nothing in there so far. Well, nothing in there that I can... Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, okay, so I have to do that. Right. So whenever we do have something we can learn, we can click. Okay, let's carry on because we don't want to freeze to death out here. Okay, I can't see anything obvious over that way. I think it's intending for us to go down here. Okay, the world famous gnarly trees. There's a bunny. What's over there? Can we go over there? No. There's a bunny trying to run into the wall. Stick. Follow the world famous gnarly trees. Got a couple of stones here. Obviously we do know the mechanic, and I'm slightly concerned it's going to make us use it because I never really wanted to. Okay, so we are. Pick up small stones and use some rabbits to quit them. Throw it at a rabbit, grab one of the stones. If you can kill it, you can eat it. That's very true, and I have a feeling it's going to make us do it, which I've been avoiding because I used to keep rabbits and I don't really want to go throwing stones at them. Okay, so we need to see where we can go. We have a world famous gnarly tree over here, but we also have a load of collapsed logs, which is probably going to prevent us from. Yeah, we can't get through here. Okay, so we're looking to see if there's anywhere around that we can shelter. We're going to have to start a fire somewhere pretty soon. Collecting as many sticks as I physically can carry. Let's head off this way. We can't go that way. Let's head this way. We've just been... Where did we come from? We came from over there. Can't really see anything over there. Oh, cattails. We'll have those. I don't mind catching rabbits with the snares, but I'm not keen on the idea of having to stun them myself. I know it's a game, but... Lots of cattails around here, so I'm going to harvest them. Let's just have a quick nosy over here, see if we can go anywhere. I don't think we can go anywhere this way. So I assume we're going to have to go this way, so let's go up here. Although this doesn't seem to lead out. Oh no, we can climb out, look. It's one of these little climby things that we can go up. I think we've got plenty of rose hips, so I don't think we need any more of those at the minute. Let's get some Old Man's Beard. Old Man's Beard is of course well known in the game, which is why I skipped straight past that, so apologies if you're new to the game. I didn't stick around with the explanation there, but Old Man's Beard is part of the natural medicine collection within the Long Dark. I'm going to do a fire because we are cold and we need to warm ourselves up, so let's just do a short fire. So we're going to use... We've got lots of matches, we've got bark, and we've got a lot of sticks because I've collected 27 of them. So let's get ourselves a fire started. We are... It didn't work. Let's try again. Okay, stick again. I haven't got any accelerants, so I've got no choice but to keep trying with this. We need to warm ourselves up, and we also need to make some water because we don't have any, so... Forth and light. There we go. That's done the trick. Okay, let's use some of these sticks because they're the easiest for us to get more of. And we need to make some water, so we're just going to make a litre because again we are travelling at the moment. We don't have a base camp as such as we're used to, so we're travelling light. So I don't want to make too much of anything. Oh no, I probably can make just a little bit more water. Let's make another litre. So I've got 2 litres of water that I'm carrying around, but I don't want to be carrying, I don't think, too much more than that. Okay, so can we cook any food? We have no cookable food, so I'm just gonna. We've got 26 minutes left on this. Let's just go into the where am I trying to get to? Let's go into crafting up here. Prepare rose hips. I think I've probably just about got time to do one set, because it takes 15 minutes. Let's chuck a bit of reclaimed wood on that fire. And let's make us some rose hip tea. We might as well turn these rose hips into something useful. So we've at least got some in our collection. I wonder if this has been how it's been with rose hips for a little while and I've never noticed. Which would be slightly embarrassing if it is. But here we go, we finally figured out how to do rose hips. I think I've got plenty of them, so... may as well make use of having this fire to get them prepared. Okay, there we go. So we have rosehip tea. And we are now nice and warm. We need to drink, so we're going to drink... I'm going to drink some water. I think we also need to eat as well, so I've kind of done that in the wrong order. We've still got 2 bits of venison. Let's eat one of those. Always eat first, drink later, but I made a mistake there. Let's take a torch, and it is back to torches as well, which is kind of interesting. Let's hop around the fire. I assume at the moment it's still not going to let us take charcoal from burned out fires because it wouldn't last time, so let's climb up. Oh, it dropped my torch! Well, that's just very annoying. Well, that was a waste of effort. Right, okay, so let's ignore that then. We've learnt something. Don't pick up torches before you climb up these things, because you're going to lose them if you do. Right, so let's keep going then. Oh, another deer carcass. Assume we can harvest, and we can also now harvest a hide as well. It's going to take us an hour, so we're going to get very cold. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. Okay, cool. Can we get the gut? That's going to take us half an hour. Let's go with that. There we are. So we've now got more deer meat. We've got a deer hide and some gut, which obviously we need to put inside to be able to cure. Oh, okay. Looks like we can go... yeah, there we go about crouching, which we all know. Looks like we can go that way. This is another world famous gnarly tree. Does that mean we can go down here? No. So we have to... at the moment the game is leading us in a very specific direction. It's still teaching us things about the game. So if you're new to the Long Dark, this is great. It gives you a chance to learn what you're doing. For more experienced players, obviously this can be a little bit frustrating because we just want to get out there and start exploring. But you know, it is part of the game, it's part of what we've got to do. Ah, another cave. Just learn about the environment and where we are. So we have another cave here. Well, this is like a much bigger cave. Again, we have Old Man's Beard, so let's collect all of that. More sticks. We've got to go through the cave. We can't go anywhere else. At least it doesn't look like we can. Nope. Can't go anywhere else. We've got to go through the cave. So at the moment it is very directional. But the Long Dark isn't normally like this, so I am hoping that it will change. Once we get a little bit further along through the game, we won't be quite so directional. Okay, so each light source has its pros and cons. You may need to improvise light sources. which obviously is to be expected. So in the dark you can craft torches out of available materials. Flares provide one-off light source. Lanterns last longer but they use oil. Darkness hides dangers and also prevents you from crafting, repairing and other actions. So this is all stuff, if we've played on dark before, we'd know. We are a little bit limited in being able to see. We have a dead dude with some matches and some mittens, and we have a torch. So let us equip our torch and light it so we can see what we are doing. So let's head into this cave. We should be kind of warm in here. Yeah, we're plus 4 degrees, so that's all good. Let's keep going through. Now I'm coming up on my, whoops, as I send my phone flying across my desk. We are coming up on our normal time limit. I'm going to be looking to see if there's anywhere logical for us to stop. I forgot to turn my alarm off on my phone again for these early morning recordings. I keep forgetting to do that. Oops, looks like we've got 2 directions we can go in. We can go that way, or we can go this way. Let's just have a quick nosy this way, because my instinct is telling me that this is the dead end. Nope, my instinct is now telling me it's not the dead end, so let's just double back. Because we don't want to risk missing anything, so let's go this way. You see? You see? We don't think we're missing anything. Antiseptic. We have a lost in the storm, a note. Okay, let's read the text. I left with the others, but the storm turned bad and I couldn't keep up. Some turned back to see if they could wade out at the old church. I kept going, but I think I took a wrong turn. I'll backtrack in the morning and see if I can find their trail. The letter is signed Alice. Obviously, Alice is not here anymore. We have some fuel, we have a sewing kit, some cloth, and that is about it. So we've got ourselves a little camping area. I still can't pick up charcoal from the campfires, which is a bit annoying. It's plus 4 degrees. Let's just try and punch through a little bit further before we wrap this video up. So let's go carry on down the route we took before. Some coal, I'm going to pick that up. Oops, looks like it's branching off again. I think this is literally just around the obstacles. Another stick. I think we're going to be coming up and out of this cave. Okay, let's just head outside and have a quick nosy. I'm assuming we can backtrack and go back inside the cave. Be quite hilarious if it turns out that we can't. There's a wolf. There's a wolf down there.
Astrid, where did you go?
Okay, there's a wolf. So this is presumably teaching us about wolf encounters. Wolves are not dogs out here. They can be very dangerous. They normally avoid humans, but do you want to take the chance? Most things in nature, wolves are afraid of fire. Campfires, torches or flares can keep them at bay. Throwing torches or flares might scare them away, but there are no guarantees. In the end, the best way to avoid tangling with wolves is to give them a wide berth. Remember, they are attracted to blood and raw meat. That is very true when we are carrying raw meat with us. We haven't cooked that meat that we were carrying yet, so we are open to being attacked by wolves. It hasn't clocked us yet though, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the cave and we are going to call it quits for this one inside the cave, where it's obviously a lot warmer and we can be sure that we're not going to freeze. Now the only issue I have got actually is saving the game. Have I got a bedroll? See, I don't have a bedroll, so game saves are a little bit... Did it save the game when I came back into the cave? Let's just leave the cave again, just double check. So I don't want to stop if I'm not actually going to save the game. Okay. I don't think it is actually saving the game when I go in and out of the cave here. There's obviously very clear. Oh no, it is. There we are. It's saved. Okay, so we are saved inside the cave, so that's good. So we know we can pick up from where we left off. That was my slight worry with this section of the game. I can't do my normal trick of sleeping for an hour just to save it, so... Okay, there we go then. So we have made it through video number 2 of Wintermute. We're a bit further along now. We've started to explore. We've started to learn a little bit. We're still on a very linear path, but I'm hoping very shortly, as my torch burns out, that we are going to be able to start exploring a little bit more widely, and we're going to start meeting some of the NPCs, which I know are in the game now. So, fingers crossed, this is still a tutorial section. Once we're out the other side of it, hopefully we will learn more of the story, and we'll start being able to get into normal long dark survival mode alongside the story. So, fingers crossed we'll get ourselves going properly in the next video, but I am going to say for now, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you again very, very soon.